Good morning, Mark.
How are you?
I'm just waiting for global warming to kick in around here, mate. It's 5 degrees this morning.
-5 in Canberra yesterday morning.
Excellent, mate. Did you see the latest breaking news from London about
I
the
just did,
attack?
yeah, it's dreadful, isn't it?
The last I heard, a white van mowed some pedestrians down, and there may have been a stabbing afterwards. Is that
That's
what
right.
you've read?
Look, I've just heard the reports then, live reports. There was a BBC reporter
Yeah.
who witnessed some of it.
Yeah.
So it sounds pretty awful.
Look, this is an issue that's getting prevalence across the world now, and global warming is going to be on the hit parade this morning, no doubt. But look, personally, I think I'm at greater danger as a citizen in the Western world from an increasing influence of an ideology which doesn't tolerate other people's more liberal views. I'm not going to mention the name of the ideology, but do you share my general concern about the spread of extremism?
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I think it's an interpretation of a theology rather than an ideology. I think, and it's an obscene interpretation. But yeah, I do. I think probably more immediate danger of getting knocked over on the road.
Well, indeed.
But
Mate, I visited Morocco 2 years ago. We were in Marrakesh in the Grand Square, and it's a delightful place to visit. But sometime after we got back to Australia, I saw a movie, The Man Who Knew Too Much, with Jimmy Stewart and Doris Day, I think it was. And there was a scene where they were in Marrakesh in 1953. And it astounded me how similar the women looked in the Grand Square of Marrakesh in 1953 compared to what I saw in 2015. So, it's not just an extreme aspect of religion. There are aspects that are of concern.
it's how it's interpreted, that's right. And I think the subjugation of women is abhorrent.
One final thing, very briefly.
Yep.
It's almost 3 years to the day since this picture, since the rally occurred outside the State Library in Melbourne.
Right.
I was invited by email by Adam Bant to attend this rally, and I was standing there with a little sign that said, "The Greens eventually run out of other people's money."
Right.
And this guy actually came up to me and gave me a couple of hip and shoulders and said, "Mate, why don't you just F off?" And I said, "No, it's a public place, I can stay here." And he went away, and another guy came up, this guy, and he gave me a couple of hip and shoulders and told me to F off. And I replied to Adam Bant's email that invited me to it, and I said, "Look, these two guys assaulted me at the rally. Can you find out who they are and get them to apologise to me?" And I've been trying for 3 years to get anyone from the Greens to help me to resolve this matter. Richard Di Natale I've spoken to a couple of times, and nobody, Sarah Hanson-Young, nobody in the Greens will help me resolve this matter. If you have a chance to chat with Richard Di Natale this morning, can you just ask him, why don't you help this guy, this poor bloke, this poor 67-year-old pensioner, to resolve this matter?
Sure.
Good on you, mate.
I will.
Good on
Nice
you.
to see
Thank
you.
you.
Have a good day.
Yeah, see